Good afternoon, Talking After Dark family, and welcome back to another episode of Talking After Dark. So, let's entitle this video Lessons of Love. So, in any relationship or in every relationship, there has to be some point of contact. There has to be some methodology to how we get to that next level. How do we attract the right person, and how do we sway away from or shy away from the wrong people? Sometimes we make the biggest mistakes because we don't understand ourselves and we don't understand exactly what we want or what we need. I can assure you that what we want and what we need are two vaguely different things. I think we had made this comment before during one of the other episodes about wants and needs. Wanting ice cream and settling for sherbet or something to that effect. But certainly I just want you to understand that wants and needs are just two different things. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we understood in this process of love is understanding how to communicate to someone else exactly what we want and what we need. And one of the ways of communicating that is first understanding our own love language. Many of us may have heard about love languages before and maybe not have paid too much attention to it. Maybe some of us haven't heard about it, but certainly we've had conversations about why this didn't work or why this happened or why this didn't happen, why did it happen, and those kind of things. So to make sure we have some clarity of sorts for our own selves. So in this process of finding love in all the right places and doing the right things. So here's one of the things that I wanted to bring to our attention: a better understanding of the 5 love languages. Yes, 5 love languages. The first of which being words of affirmation. Now, people with words of affirmation as a love language value verbal acknowledgments of affection, including frequent I love yous, compliment, words of appreciation, verbal encouragement, and often frequent digital communications like texting and social media engagement. Those are the kind of people that you need to communicate to them on a daily and on a regular basis about your intentions, about how you feel, about what you think. They need to know that you're thinking about them. They need to know that they crossed your mind. They need to know that they are important to you, and you just can't take it for granted that this person that you're interested in understand this thing about you, that you need to be affirmed in every sort of way. They need to know that. Another one of the love languages is called quality time. And those people who love languages quality time feel the most adored when their partner actively wants to spend time with them and is always down to hanging out. They particularly love when active listening, eye contact, and full presence are prioritized hallmarks in the relationship. Now, this love language is all about giving your individual attention to that one special person without the distractions of television, phone screens, or any other outside interference. They have a strong desire to actively spend time with their significant other, having meaningful conversations or sharing reactional activities. Now, those people who love language is quality time, that's exactly what that means. They don't just want your time, but they want quality time. They want to do things with you. They want to go places with you. They want to be with you. They don't care if it's at a ballpark or a dog park or a movie or a boat ride. They just want to be with you in everything and in every way. They don't just want to just haphazardly be around you, but they want it to be meaningful. They want it to be building history with each other, or making history with each other. And they want to be able to tomorrow or the next look at what you guys did yesterday and still be in awe about the great time that you had together. So quality time is just what it says. Spending a great amount of time with that person that whose love language is quality time. Now, another of the love languages considered to be acts of service. Now, if your love language is acts of service, You value when your partner goes out of their way to make your life easier. It's things like bringing you soup when you're sick, or making your coffee for you in the morning, or picking up your dry cleaning from the cleaners, when you've had a busy day at work. Now, this language is for people who believe that action speaks louder than words. Unlike those who prefer to hear how much they're cared for, people on this list like to be shown how they're appreciated. Doing the smaller things and the bigger chores to make their lives easier or more comfortable is highly cherished by these folks. So, doing something meaningful, doing something that's unexpected, going out of your way, making things happen when you don't have to or you're not expected to, but doing them anyway, going the extra mile, going the extra yard, doing the most. Those people whose love language is acts of service is going to appreciate and adore you forevermore. And I'm sure that when they feel that way about you because you feel that way about them, not only will they enjoy and appreciate it, but so will you. You'll be so grateful and so appreciative of the fact that you went the extra mile and did those extra things, because they are going to take every opportunity to show you just how important it was for you to think that way about them. Gifts is another a love language, and it's simple as that. People are motivated and stimulated by the gifts that you give. They like big gifts, small gifts, middle-sized gifts. It doesn't matter. They just want to be gifted on a regular basis. You're always going to find yourself bringing them something when you come to visit, or buying them something when you go somewhere. And like I said, it doesn't have to always be an expensive item. It doesn't always have to be a little. It just has to be something. I can assure you that this type of person is someone that will probably tax you the most, because they always are going to be looking for something. They're always going to be in expectation of something. And it is going to motivate them to the degree that they are going to give you what you want, because you are giving them what they need. It's not always easy, but just know that people who love languages receiving gifts enjoy being gifted something that is both physical and meaningful. The key to give meaningful things that matter to them and reflect their values, not necessarily yours, but theirs. I mean, they feel love when people give them just visual symbols of love. That's what they need. That's what they want. And the last of the 5 love languages speaks about physical touch. People with physical touch as their love language feel loved when they receive physical signs of affection, including kissing, holding hands, cuddling on a couch, and sex. Physical intimacy and touch can be incredibly affirming and serve as a powerful emotional connector for people with this love language. The roots go back to our childhood, that we appreciate the touch. We appreciate maybe our parents held us too much. Maybe they never put us down. Maybe the people who we were around always held us and touched us and cared for us and just never let us walk too much of our own. They always, whatever those things are that cause people to feel that way, that they just need to be touched. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, but people who communicate their appreciation through this language, when they consent to it, feel appreciated when they are hugged, kissed, or cuddled. They value the feeling of warmth and comfort that becomes their physical touch. And there's no two ways around it. Some people can take it the wrong way and think that it always has to lead to something else, but it doesn't. It's simply just holding hands, or simply just cuddling. So I want you to go back and take some time, and I want you to look at these love languages. Google them if you have to, and really get involved in detailed descriptions of this love language phenomenon and what is it all about and what does it really mean. So there's several ways to look at love languages, and one way is to how you communicate it, and the other one is actions that you can take to represent what you communicate. For instance, like in words of affirmation, you communicate that in such ways of encouraging people, affirming them, being appreciative, and emphasizing how you feel about them and what they mean to you. And the biggest part of that is listening actively. Now, you can send an unexpected note, text, or card, or genuinely encourage them often, just to let them know that you are thinking about them, and they mean that much to you. When it comes to physical touch, another one of the ways to communicate that is through nonverbal skills, using body language and touch of it to and touching to express your love. Uh, and those actions can be hugging, kissing, holding hands, showing physical affection, and make intimacy a thoughtful priority, not just a slam dunk, for lack of better terms. Um, Receiving gifts, you can communicate that through thoughtfulness, making your spouse a priority, or speaking purposefully. And some of the ways to show that is by giving thoughtful gifts and gestures. Small things matter in big ways, and expressing gratitude when receiving a gift. Uh, these things, I'm telling you, they really make a difference in understanding who you are and what it is that you want and what it is that you need from someone. The things that you want, you can compromise on. They can happen or not happen. You can have it or not have it. But the things you need are non-negotiable. These are things that you just have to have. So understanding your love language is going to help you to be able to perfect that to the degree that you'll see it when you see it and you'll know it when you see it. And that saves you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of heartache. So moving on, quality time is communicated by uninterrupted and focused conversations, and one-on-one time is critical to this person. They want your undivided attention. They don't want you to be distracted by your phone, about a television, about other such things. They want to know that they have your undivided attention. It creates special moments together, and like taking walks and doing small things with your partner. Weekend getaways are huge to a person whose love language is quality time. So, I hope that you guys are really paying attention to this, because this stuff right here, this stuff is going to save you and your relationships. It's going to give you, it's going to make your relationships more meaningful, more profound. It's going to tell your significant other that you are making a serious connection with them because you are making them a priority. You have sought out those things that are purposeful and intentional to them, that they just have to have, and what their needs are. It is just going to save you just a whole world of heartache. So just getting to the last of these services. So acts of service talks about using action phrases like "I'll help," and they want to know that you're with them, and that you're partnered with them in whatever it is that the relationship is doing, wherever it's going. They want to know that you guys are on one accord, that you are on one page, that you are headed. I guess it's called evenly yoked in some instances. They want to know that they have a partner in you, that you have a partnership together, that you are striving for the same place and space. You can do chores together, or make them breakfast in bed, or just go out of your way to help alleviate their daily workload by doing things that they don't expect you to do, but you do them anyway. They would like for you to do them, or hope that you would, not mentioning anything to you about doing so, but you do them anyway because you love them and because you care. Somebody once said, I read it somewhere before, it says that a woman is her worst when she gives everything to the wrong person. And a man is at his worst when he gives nothing to the right one. That's powerful. Man, that is powerful. A woman is at her worst when she gives everything to the wrong person. But a man is at his worst when he gives nothing to the right person. Wow. How about this one? The biggest coward in a man is when he awakens a woman's love with no intentions of loving her. Listen, guys, the biggest coward that resides in you is when you awaken a woman's love, but you have no intentions on loving her. Man, listen, if you don't have any intentions on loving that woman, if you've made a new connection and you've engaged yourself to a new relationship and you're telling this woman everything that she wants to hear and everything you think she wants to hear, and you just getting them so interested in you, so fired up about you, but you have no clear intentions to love her. Wow, that's hard. That's hard. Not only is it hard, but it's unnecessary because you don't have to go that route. If that's not where you're headed, if that's not where you're going, be man enough to say so, or be woman enough to say so, that you're not taking a person to a place that they don't want to go. Having conversations and dialogue about what your purpose is and what your intentions are sometimes just a good place to be. However early on or however into the relationship that you are, there's always some opportunity there to have conversations about what your intentions look like. And just because you have intentions don't mean that they have to happen today or tomorrow, but you have a plan. You have a plan that is going to ensure each other or tell each other that you don't just think about them today or tomorrow, but there are some plans that you'd like to see happen. There are some things within you that are about the two of you that you'd like to see happen or transpire within the course of your relationship, whether it be 6 months, a year, 2 years, or 3 years, but you have a plan. So, you know, the old saying is that people fail to plan because, or whatever, however that goes, they fail to plan because they don't make plans, or whatever, things don't happen because they fail to make plans to do so. So it's no different in a relationship that we have to make plans for what the future looks like or what we want it to look like. It's not going to just happen by itself. We have to be moving in that direction to make some things happen. I have given you some information that I hope that you don't take lightly. I hope that you use it to your benefit, that you would do some more due diligence on finding out about these love languages and what they are and how to be able to communicate them and how to put them into action so that they can work for you and not against you. One of the greatest falls in a relationship is when you don't understand yourself, is when you, put it to you like this: how can you expect somebody to give you what you want and what you need if you never communicate to them what that picture looks like? How is a man or woman supposed to understand another man or woman in a relationship if you expect them to know what you want but you never tell them? They are just not expected to know that. So you have to be able to communicate to them just what that is. They're not expected to know that unless you tell them. It's like, how would they know what your favorite movie is if you never told them? How would they know that you like to dance if you never communicated that to them? How would they know that you're afraid of snakes if you never told them that? So you are going to have to communicate to them what that looks like. And sometimes there are many things in relationships that we can compromise on, and those are things that we want. But the things that we need, if we compromise on the things that we really need, sooner or later, man, it's going to come back to haunt us. It is truly going to come back to haunt us because those necessities are just what they are. They are needed. They are needed very much so. I hope that this conversation has given you some opportunity to look at yourself, look at your relationships, look at your wants and your needs, and to decide how you want to pursue this going forward, and what's going to work for you to make your relationship long lasting and of long tenure, and to figure out maybe why some relationships didn't work or maybe even why they did. But whatever it is, take the time and do your own due diligence. Find out about these 5 love languages. Use them to your best abilities to work for you and your relationship and your partners as well. Of course, share, like, subscribe, and do comment so that others will know how the 5 love languages worked for you, and maybe if they didn't work for you. But nevertheless, share your comments so that we can figure out how this love language works in our relationships. God bless you.